video 2 days ago that I didn't really want to dive too deep just yet into Modern Warfare 4 coverage for a few reasons. Number one, I'm cautiously intrigued. I've covered this franchise for 13 years extensively that I'm both interested in the storyline, DMZ, and a few things, but I'm cautious because the COD cycle does indeed exist. COD's marketing team is incredible, and every single year this time, it's just a fun roller coaster of emotions, but I don't want to jump into the we're back category until I get hands-on. I'm at that point in my life and in the content career, if you want to call it that, here on YouTube, that I'm just more here to have fun with some games I enjoy, share what I look forward to and whatnot with you guys, that I'm happy to check it out and also move along if it proves to not be as fun or enjoyable as I'd hoped for it to be. But number two, outside of what we talked about in that reveal video, there's not really much more of substance. Like, I feel like everything that has been worth talking about, we've already done in that video. So the next time we'll likely talk about, like, large stuff is the DMZ reveal next Sunday with the Xbox Game Showcase. However, we're talking about it today still because after making that video about the reveal, a new detail came out that I did quite like the sound of: campaign early access. So today we're running down what you need to know about this, where it came from, what it means for players, and everything in between. So drop your thoughts as we go along, drop a like if you enjoy the video, and make sure to subscribe for more Modern Warfare 4 coverage, perhaps in the future, depending on how things shape up. I'd love to have in the community either way, but finally check out my friends over at Advanced GG for 10 to 30% off your entire order with code ESPRESSO, but more on that a little later. For now, let's get into it. So like I said, I think the two big interests that I have with this game currently, at face value, just looking at it from afar like we are with no hands-on, is campaign and DMZ. DMZ, obviously we know a little about. It's coming. It looks to have dynamic weather from the official mention of it in the COD blog, but beyond that, really nothing much. My only hope is that it's more fleshed out, more complete version than DMZ 1.0 was in Modern Warfare 2, but again, we won't really know much of that until next week. Multiplayer, I mean, they're promising some really cool stuff and some nice changes to what COD traditionally is, but again, until hands-on, you can tell me all the line items you want, but I gotta feel this thing for myself. That said, campaign, I'm a huge story nerd. I don't get the opportunity too much to talk about it here on the channel, but like, I love the Modern Warfare universe, both the original trilogy and what was set in motion in Modern Warfare 2019 onward. So to see that next chapter, to see how they're going to rectify the situations of Modern Warfare 3, both in universe with the actions of 141, the death of Soap, the scorched earth of Price, and all that, as well as out of world in the real world where the campaign really wasn't all that great. So how do they rectify the sort of image of what that game may have brought to the franchise? I'm eager to see all of that. But one of the biggest problems that I personally have, for probably different reasons than other people have, is that every single year, you're going to end up having this inner conflict with yourself of, do I jump in immediately, play multiplayer, do I play campaign, do I play the third mode even? That, from my perspective as a content creator, in the past we've done so much stuff with multiplayer every single year in the launch that, like, the thing that I have to do is get ahead far enough to offer valuable details and information to players that, like, anything other than just grinding MP right away is something that can potentially hurt the content itself. Again, probably a little bit of a different take on why I would choose multiplayer historically, but I love the campaigns. But when that stuff starts to happen, one day becomes a week, 1 week becomes a month, and who knows when you end up getting to play that campaign. But then came Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, introducing campaign early access, offering players a week head start solely on the campaign, and that was huge. Now, this was incredibly welcome, but only lasted for those two games, but it might be coming back. Modern Warfare 4 and all titles launch their pre-order campaigns the moment that game is revealed, right? Well, regardless of your feelings, there's plenty of people who do this right away, and as a result, players were able to see already the installable packs for Modern Warfare 4. Modern Warfare 4 included things like the Standard Edition packs, the beta early access, naturally, but one interesting one that stood out was the Campaign Early Access Pack 1, included in that list. So, is Campaign Early Access back? Now, there's a couple of possible explanations you can have here with this. Number one, it is indeed back. We're going to see this again here for this game and the campaign launching a week earlier than the rest of the offering. Number two, it could be left over from the COD HQ somehow. Like, I don't pretend to be some sort of expert on how the game coding and everything works like that, but we have seen things that trickle over and are like glitched sometimes within the COD HQ, being that everything is all together under this one umbrella. Or number three, maybe it's a placeholder. Now, here's the thing. I'm personally 50-50 on this, but I think that there is absolutely an argument you can make for why this is coming back. Again, 50-50 because of this. We don't normally see these types of announcements until much closer to the launch of the game. Like, it's usually not a last-second booster for pre-orders and stuff like that, but it's not an early adoption thing. The beta, cosmetics, so on and so forth. Those are all seen initially speaking, but we see the early access announced way closer to the game's launch historically for Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. So it's a weird scenario that, like, why would this be in there so early on? But it's also one of those things that it would make sense perhaps, and not to mention it's very clearly branded for Modern Warfare 4. So I can't imagine that's a leftover asset or anything from the COD HQ because, again, why would it be saying Modern Warfare 4 as opposed to something else, as opposed to just like Call of Duty early access? But I guess the bigger question is this even feasible or possible? I mean, they took it away for a reason, right? Now, I'd say yes, but real quick, as a heads up, we've partnered with my friends over at Advanced GG, a bit under the radar here the last few months, but ramping up things here going into the summer. Advanced is the healthier energy supplement option. I use it daily as my comparable cup of coffee, currently drinking the raspberry lemonade and magic rainbow sherbet as my two favorite flavors, but I'd highly recommend both those. And actually, on that note, we've co-branded the rainbow sherbet along with a few other items, like a 26-ounce ice shaker, which is pretty cool. But on a real note, I love their stuff. If you're gonna look for a replacement for your own cups of coffee to help you get through the day, give this a try. If you decide to give it a go, code Espresso can get you 10% off your entire order, perhaps even 30 right now if they decided to boost the code for our more recent announcements here, but no pressure at all. Appreciate you checking it out. But anyways, let's get back to it. So that question, is it even feasible? Like, they took it away for a reason, right? That reason, some people will say, of course, is the reception that it gave, tanking reviews or something the week before the game launches. But another big reason was more than likely because of Game Pass. With Black Ops 6, day one Game Pass, that was something they likely wanted to have that entire project day one ready to go. You didn't have to pay for the game, you paid for the subscription model, you're good to go. However, that cannibalized game sales big time. And that was one of those things that with Black Ops 6 and then Black Ops 7, obviously one of those two not necessarily getting as many sales to begin with, but it was one of those things that was reported that sales numbers were way lower compared to other games historically, just because, well, you didn't have to buy it initially to play it. You could just end up being subscribed to Game Pass, check it out, and then go about your business if you didn't like it. So while that was one of the things that was a big factor as to why Microsoft likely acquired Activision and wanted to acquire all their properties like Call of Duty, it was something that kind of had that adverse effect. But being that it was there, again, it likely did not offer campaign early access so that it didn't take away from that day one offering. How can you have a day one offering when you have a day -7? So now that it has been announced that Call of Duty is no longer day one on Game Pass, it is something that reopens that door for the possibility. And honestly, I kind of think this would signal a lot of confidence in that narrative. Ratings be damned, you let people have hands-on a week before the game launches, that gives them a good idea of what they're getting into the week following, and signals, hey, we don't care, guys. We believe in this. Check it out. So while that could be just a reality created out of pure hope, I do think that'd be cool to see that happen once again. And it kind of looks like the trail is leading that way to eventually set up this announcement for the future. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you guys like campaign early access? Is this something that ends up maybe pushing that needle one way or the other for you? I know that I don't ever usually pre-order stuff at all. Again, don't know where I'm going to land with Modern Warfare 4 just yet, but in Modern Warfare 2 and in Modern Warfare 3, that was the thing that actually pushed me over the edge to actually pre-order. Was a big fan of that, so hopefully we can see this happen here once again. That's going to wrap it up. Let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe for more Modern Warfare 4 and other FPS content. I'd love to have in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care, and peace.